again, folks. Welcome, and today taking a look at Zabu Build-A-Figure Wave. I'll spit it out in a minute. Wolfsbane. A lot of people excited for this figure. I am excited for this figure, but not for the reasons everybody else is. I wanted this figure for my X-Force. I think I've talked about this, but I'm not sure because my videos are coming out in different orders. And sometimes I'm having to delay some to get some stuff I think will get more attention, etc., etc. So I think I talked about this, was that I had the aspiration of being a comic book writer, much like Chris Claremont. And in that I would create my own versions of the teams. If I had brains over Marvel, what would I do? Is pretty much what it was. And Wolfsbane was always on my X-Force. I took her off of X-Factor and put her back to X-Force, aka New Mutants. You know, I just felt she worked better there than in X-Factor. Now, of course, she has her X-Factor uniform on. That doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal because it looks like an X-Men uniform, so it works. So that part's not the issue. So I'm not even concerned with it. It's, you know, getting my versions of these teams is most important to me. I pretty well have my X-Men. I had a X-Force, X-Factor-E kind of team that I was thinking needs another name, but I don't know what to call them. I really didn't deal with X-Force too much, except for in this realm. But beyond that, I didn't. And, you know, I got my Defenders, my Avengers. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my teams are being completed because I'm doing them my way rather than, you know, what this era says or what that era says. Now, so there's some overlap, of course, but, you know, maybe an interesting video would be me talking about that, but, you know, who knows. Anyway, I can already see the orange is a bit much because, you know, they even tried to color it up on here, and you can tell, yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit too much. And, you know, but you can see it there in the pack. Yeah, that's a bit too much. She should be a little more brown. I realize that's a tough color to call. So, you know, there's that. But I'm going to get her out of the package, and we'll take a look. So here we go. This is Wolfsbane. Oh, shit, can't talk today. Wolfsbane out of the box. She comes with these open hands and these fists. That's it. Of course, she has the biggest piece of Zabu. Oh my. So, you know, there's that too. She's pretty okay. I mean, but at the same time, I would expect a Wolfsbane figure to be okay. One of the big things I noticed, the foot pegs. So you want to stand her, you're going to have to balance her out, and that's difficult as hell. And yeah, she's got balancing points. She's all pinless, at least. That's cool. She has double jointed arms. Great. You know, there's plenty to love about this figure, but you know, at the same time, you got to keep that in mind. You can't use a stand with her. So that's a given. I do, again, reiterating that I think she is too orange. They should have toned it down. I mean, hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, she got thing tone there, man. I mean, jeez. Yeah, I'm a little surprised by how orange she is, and I'm looking at the camera, yeah, and it shows up just as bad. I wish she had like a swappable head, because that expression is just Uggs. Of course, you know, the optimum one would be one that could change from human to wolf's form. That would be optimum, but you know, can't always get what you want. So I keep forgetting she was in the New Mutants movie, because that movie was so bad I can't remember it. I watched it one day and I cannot remember a damn thing from it. I just remember it happened. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, I never want to revisit it either. It's just like I just no. It was one of the worst X movies yet, and to me, that was the perfect send off to the Fox X-Men franchises. That, you know, just send it off with a terrible movie and just be done with it, because Fox. And, you know, the X-Men films were fine for their time, but I think that's the point. For their time is a big asterisk that needs to go up there, because I can't argue that they were good films. They were just okay. But we didn't have X-Men films back then, so it's like, oh, we finally got an X-Men film. You know, then we got Avengers, like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you got a point. I mean, but it does look pretty good overall. I mean, again, there's a couple of flaws, like I mentioned. And again, some soft-ass joints. I don't know what's going on here. All these figures have had very soft joints. Again, not gummy. Nothing like Tarantula, but I mean, they are soft. You can tell. I mean, I can't do the bendy thing with them like I've been able to do. I mean, a little bit, but, you know, I've had some that were so gummy. I mean, you could bend them sideways, and it's just like, what the hell are you even doing, Hasbro? But yeah, these are really soft, and that's really got me wondering. I've had, I don't know what order this will appear in, because these are going to appear out of order. But at this point, I've had my hands on all of them, and all of them have soft joints. The only one in this wave that it didn't have very soft joints was Black Winter and Zabu. I mean, seriously. Now, and I don't know, should I make that a complaint, or should I let it be? I mean, it's one of those things, it's like, oh God. You know, to me, yeah, I think it's something to solidly complain about. Because it seems to me the quality is not there. And I mean, when the quality is not there, you need to say something. Because, you know, it seems like people freak out about tight joints. But most of the time, with some heat and some love, you can get past a tight joint. Loose joints, there's nothing to fix it. It's just there. Soft joints, it's like, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure what to do. But yeah, this has been incredibly soft joints for this wave, and that's confusing and concerning. But it is a wave, and we got to build a figure out of it. Getting ready to build said Build-A-Figure here in a minute, and then we'll be done with the wave. There's a lot of cool things in this wave. There's a lot of bad things in this wave. I will talk about the full wave in the Zabu video whenever that premieres. It'll be at the end of this run. In the meantime, I mean, you know, it's been very mediocre figures for pretty cool characters. I'm kind of confused by that. I wonder if I can get her into a crouching pose. Maybe that would look cool. So the thing is that you can't get her to crunch at all. I think they could have done another crunch there and it would have been okay, but no. And as such, what the pose I was thinking of was going to be something along the lines of this. But, you know, more looking up, which I didn't realize how little she could look up. So, that's a bit disappointing. Can't get her into some of her more famous poses. So, yeah, well, I tried. I put effort in, you know how it goes. But, it's pretty okay. I mean, you know. Honestly, with the way Hasbro's been doing things, it's like the bar is set low now. I mean, if it works, I'm shocked, you know, and it does work. soft limbs and all, I mean, it works. I mean, it's not terribly soft limbs. It's noticeable, but it's not terribly soft. So there's that. I mean, you know, at least we got claw hands and fists. I mean, that's what she needs. So, but I will say overall, I think this is a very disappointing wave. It's just a lot of filler. And it seems like that's a lot of waves lately, is a lot of filler. So what do you do with the filler? I mean, this is not filler, of course. But, you know, looking at it and thinking about it, I said, I mean, if I didn't have it now, I probably could have passed on it easy. If I knew now what I knew then, I could pass on it easy. Then again, I just needed Wolfsbane, so it's like, back and forth and back and forth. They're probably going to repaint this 17 times, who knows, which is ridiculous to me, but what are you going to do? You just kind of got to go with it. Where she'll end up, yeah, you know, that's the funny thing. I'm not even have my X-Force started. That's one I got to figure out. Where do I put it? Because it's like, my X-Men show's kind of full. But there was a couple I was going to take down anyway, so, yeah, maybe I'll figure it out then. But for now, I'm going to wrap up, put Wolfsbane away for a bit, because next we'll have, well, next I'm going to film Zabu. How that's going to appear will be up to me when I decide how to schedule it. I was sitting here doing hand gestures. I thought I saw my hand. Oh, there's a reflection. Okay, there's a light reflecting, and it pops in really weird. But it's reflecting off of my, not my lens here, but the monitor, the picture in the back. And I was like, what the hell is that? Is that my hand? No, it was just a bit of light, and I was really weirded out by it, but okay. Alright, now that I freaked myself out, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.